the number of votes on each declaration of results form in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Government Act. Declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate as follows. Mwiru Fred, Mwiru Obek of NRM, 1,600. Shak Amobati, Independent, 2,669. Charles of FDC, 32. Total number of valid votes cast for candidates, 4,293. Total number of invalid votes, 72. Total number of ballot papers counted, 4,365. Total number of spoiled ballot papers, 8. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale District, in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Government Act, I declare Shak Amobati, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Mbale Town Council electoral area, Mbale District.
Amobati, mwele wakuyeta bihali Mbale Town Council, yambira kusima mwezi pandira muno demanga alihumi kampeni sakyenda bulayi mbawo kama ya constitution basima era nisira kubakanyira nisira kubarangirira n'umurangiso w'ebikola nambise ebintu bisesaba kola ekintu ky'ekituufu kulimbuka kikole mu butuufu bwakyo kikole mu ssaawa entuufu kikole mu kifo ky'ekituufu kikole ni abantu batuufu era okikolera abantu batuufu baana Uganda bwesesana bakanisa kimwe.
As recorded on each declaration of results form, in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Government Act, declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate as follows. Masaba Masoro Jackson of FDC, 886. Oswama Simon Masongo of NRM, 962. Total number of valid votes cast for candidates, 1,848. Total number of invalid votes, 10. Total number of ballot papers counted, 1,858. Total number of spoiled ballot papers, 8. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale District, in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Government Act, I declare Oswama Simon Masongo, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Nambute electoral area by the district.
Simon Masongo, nies ube yehonga chama nelo sifiriwe bunambutie samukamute ate nies banambutie be kinilonde kuba 11 ranks kunga hapa 2031 and musanyufu nabi hobo nandi banambutie batsikirire lwe burambule sikurambule babona bari bambashisanje shishende ate ni shishende sima nabo ashasa sikwimikire ni naye lwe kuba mbasenye na kali kumwenyawo kwa hagati nega nikubeya atwela ni naye kwakisa kumwenyawo eta haka kolondi ni babalonzi babambe bululu basima nabi banyala kotekene ate ni shishende no manaba basima nabi ko babelo kosi wala kubani shibisa yumba muko galulu kanotawe manyala nabi.
Having added up the number of votes cast as recorded on each declaration of results form, in accordance with the Section 123 of the Local Government Act, Cap 138, declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate are as follows. Nakuliti Godfrey of FDC, 98. Wambusi John Bosco of NRM, 1,797. Wanare Solomon of NUP, 57. Wandeka Johnson Wamwa of Independent, 1,658. Total number of valid votes cast for candidates, 3,610. Total number of rejected ballot papers 27. Total number of ballot papers counted 3,637. Total number of spoiled ballot papers 1. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Government Act, I declare Wambusi John Bosco, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Musano Electoral Area, Mbale District.
Nani Wambusi John Bosco, chairman umurogole wero titiriwe Busano, yesi bamahudikiraringa hasira hano ngana kusubisa basano ndi bamalire okundobura kana kubone kuri kutabulisisa mali bweso yefe kubona kuri shisi shefu hitwatswana ni kwira atwera abantu bositsana hasira hano bamayini bapabu bositsana abere ngabama halulu n'abakanisire Kimilembe era n'abasimeru kalinabi ni nasho birahasira hano he kusima ishalo shoes niwele kulyanga kikoleshe kamakaga musisi makwilisa basha sebesi nimeli nabo ndibakobole atu yani nase kurambira atu era kama kesi abe kesi bali nako kesi basubira bari abe nimbo baza kurambisa mu burambi bwawe kubone kuri bakarera musisi kurambira atu era karawo inza buhanatawe
The Local Government Act, I declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate as follows. Muhogi Twaha, Independent, 1,016. Nabuyo Muhammad of NRM, 876. Total number of valid votes cast, 1,892. Total number of invalid votes, 3. Total number of ballot papers counted 1,895. Total number of spoiled votes 0. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale Electoral District and in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Government Act, I declare Muhogi Twaha, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Budwale Sub-County Electoral Area, Budwale Sub-County.
Elected chairman Budwale Sub-County. Nakuira kachisa kano kusima abantu basebe Budwale bekumulima kumulaigesi bakolere engololo nga 4 kufula chairman LCC Budwale Sub-County. Ngana kuba sima nabi ashe ngasima abantu Budwale mwesi mumiruka josi kukwamira ikingala wanangadi Budwale nama mwesi basima nabibo abampwagire ni bakampwagire twese yati kugobole hadwena kusowatswanise igomboro yefwe iye Budwale era gene sabe no musakulu nabuyo Muhammad yesi mbere ni naye mundu kangatani nese nabanga niyo muwangule niye kugobole kutadwena bironzo kubone nti kuire igomboro yefwe tamumoni inanikire esi niyagamisire na sentandikira weneo kubenti kolera adwena kutswatswanisa igomboro yefu Budwale ngabere kwabere adwena bibere nti byakukolewa kene kutandikira adwena kubikole mwanya na
Thank you.
added up the number of votes cast as recorded on each of the declaration forms, I declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate are as follows. Kutaka Isa, 438. Mafali Christopher, 128. Nagwere Twahashe, 24. Namrome Wilson Hasiko, 671. Wamungu Joseph Sebagara, 1,540. Total number of valid votes cast, 2,801. Total number of invalid ballot papers, 24. Total number of ballot papers counted, 2,825. Total number of spoiled ballot papers, 5. Accordingly, as returning officer of Mbale Electoral District, and in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Governments Act, I declare Wamungu Joseph Sebagara, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Wanale Electoral Area, Mbale District.
Amasenani Wamungu Joseph Sebagara, Simba bantu be Wanale bositsana. Nibanya lolo bwa tusubese bambakire, bamba kuwangu subwe kabiri. Genda kusima abantu base bosa na benda bagende. Kumuli bakwese parambire kurambira atwera kube kubona buli Wanale. Abantu kube mu butwera nishindi bale bese babere ni nabo mu campaign ola makolenga chi kumulimo kumulupesi kolani kugana kulera kutwera mu Wanale ni kolera service mu bantu kale ko balomba kubenga kwirato era kubone kuri kurambira atwera mu Wanale kimi mu gitse mu moni kusime ni nawo bawagizi base no ndi bale balenga kwamandire kulonda balera muri mata akudamenga kwirato era kwesana bone kuri kulakula kisekombola ni Wanale Sebagara kaneseme bali bokutenda nabo bose tsana kwabona kugenda mu campaign byo kwachenda kwabona kuri kumalisa campaign yefekula nakitenda kujonga basimire bali bese bawanale kumwe kwese marambise sekana jamene nanya watu elanga kumanya kodi marambire kuba byajisije kutsoatswana
FDC 1225 Muroro Ipita of LRM 1,850. Wasiwa Patrick of Independent, 2,560. Total number of valid votes cast for candidates, 5,635. Total number of rejected ballot papers, 56. Total number of ballot papers counted, 5,691. Total number of spoiled papers, 5. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Governments Act, I declare Wasiwa Patrick, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for the electoral area Mbale District.
We are K Sounds.
Yes.
First is about
Bashir the boss. Wanyala Gada. Wadodaga kumbra wakali siwenye. Ebukairo first kiframbira twera. Era shibishe sineta dishya ko bomu twera. Adala usumi kebrenga wiyongera.
Simanabi bamasike bose atwera abahuye bagize bukari nabi buryo ufunga dala kwama Mbale turuma Rwanda igabo manya nabi muri abazi habi zakuramba kandi kwasubiza tezwe kari nabi baromere ibivura bukari nabi gachi ndabisatu 13 yo kumahamto abababi kolere ndari ngo yehusoma ndaho bisimo baho itsu semzo pisi sevenas akona ngone bye kametse musu ndaka mwetse nitabana sero mwetse ke kumfreji the parish at least when I got it mechanized basoro n'ubona ngo bayeta bahora buri murimo bahora bamusamo ifuna amatafari muri bageti y'ubwongereza bayeta muri nibabaye sebengi yango bayeta muri nabo banga ifuna yabo yongera mwanya nabi.
Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, in accordance with section 123 of the Local Governments Act, Cap 138, I declare Mbale David, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Mbale Electoral Area, Mbale District.
Gama sinandi Mbale David, ubere speaker ibu byangu ngegombololo, ubere contesting ku kifo cyabo cyamani. Kumbuga ni musanyufu nabi kubona ndi nabere ngaba nangirire kumbuga ngasini cyamani uza kuba ubu byangu mugamba. So kwa mengolo biciro be kuri byembere fo nabi. Ubona kumbuga bakurangirira ati ngefune bawangule. Ngana kusima were kuro kintu kisamokora wafenga abantu be kunyakwanyarada. So nomanti ba byangu bakwera ugusigwabo ntabari nabo nokagani nabo era birozo byawe bisena iranga nibampa nogira muri ntikuzose kanso yefe nomba bacyase bose besikwenda umuresi bagore kubadwena ko muntu mudwena kwinde bo byangu kusawinza bukana kone kutikuzose byangu yefe sigala Mbale David chairman bo byangu 226 to 231 mwanya.
Being the returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, having added up the number of votes cast as recorded on each declaration of results form in accordance with section 123 of the Local Governments Act, Cap 138, declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate as follows: Gudoi Muniru Ali, Independent, 1,557. Nangoye Hassan, NUP, 250. Wahori Mutairu, NRM, 963. Waliane Ronald Magombe of FDC, 23. Total number of valid votes cast for candidates, 2,793. Total number of rejected ballot paper, 128. Total number of ballot paper counted, 2,921. Total number of spoiled ballot papers, 3. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, and in accordance with section 123 of the Local Governments Act, I declare Gudoi Muniru Ali, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for the Ufumbo Electoral Area, Ufumbo Mbale District. Being the returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, having added up the number of votes cast as recorded on each declaration of results form, I declare that the total number of valid votes cast for each candidate are as follows: Mabonga Robert of NRM, 1,785. Mafabi Chris O'Meal of Independent, 1,472. Maima Joel Joshua, Independent, 867. Maumbe Jackson, Independent, 51. Siali Yona Colin of FDC, 80. Wabile Gabriel Messenger, Independent, 1,493. Wanda Moses, Independent, 169. The total number of valid votes cast for candidates, 5,917. Total number of rejected ballot papers 100. Total number of ballot papers counted 6,017. Total number of spoiled ballot papers 14. Accordingly, as returning officer for Mbale Electoral District, in accordance with Section 123 of the Local Governments Act, Cap 138, I declare Mabonga Robert, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for Mbale electoral area, Mbale District.
Kama sinakase bananga Robert Mabonga nga niye wamaho banga alangilirwa huwa chairman LC3 chairperson Ibongoho sub county babangoho nga naho basima ndi mwabona chimilimo chase chesi naramba mwakompeyaringa nuwamaho baho mwabona muri Mabonga anyaraho bakanisa huminyaho randi hubolera babangoho ndi Mabonga witire Mabonga omushaha ni program zitsinjaha ranga naho basima ndi bositsana besi nimire ni nabo nibitse batsikateho kubenga hutowatwanisa bungoho era ndi husima ni nabo bositsana ba coordinators base kumenyera babangoho mwesitsana ndi mwanyara mwamba buwagizi era nomba ndi kurambira atwera hutowatwanisa bungoho etseburangisi
okulonda okwa general elections ne sub county elections. Tulonze ba chairpersons ba magombolola, tulonze ba councillors abakiika ku magombolola, era obululu bwonna bwateekeze place mu buli sub county, buli polling station. Polling stations zonna zironze era bonna tubalangiridde. So tetulina kizibu kyonna kyabaddewo kubanga obuuma bwakoze ku buli polling station. Ekyo kyatusanyusizza kubanga maybe wandibaddewo obuvuyo bungi, naye akuuma kazizza abantu essuubi era ne balonda ne bakakkiriza, yadde awo emisana bayagadde okukagaana nga balabika batangira bye bandiyagadde okukola, naye security yatuyambye nnyo n'erabika buli wamu era akuuma ne kakozesebwa. Obululu babadde nga babusikaninga nga batandika, babusikaninga nga bagenda kubala, era buli bwe basanze nga tebwayise mukuuma tebabubaze. Era zezo complaints ezimu zetufunye wano eno ku Tale Center nga bakandidate abamu bakaayana nti obululu bwabwe tebabubaze. Twagenze okufinding out mu biwandiiko nga biraga nti obululu bwabadde tebuli verified. So tusuubira nti abantu bano abalondeddwa betulangiridde era beebo abantu be balonze, akalulu kano kati kabadde fair ate maybe okusinga obululu obulala kubanga kabadde omuntu one person one vote. So tusuubira nti era bano abalonzi bakyuseemu ku aba leaders bakyuseemu ku be bandibadde kubanga oluusi bandikozeseza amaanyi. Kati nga tufundikira okulonda okwa omwaka guno okw'abangi, tusaba bannayuganda nti okulonda kuno buli bwe kubeerawo kubeera mukisa, nti ffe nga ffe bannayuganda tukozese amaanyi agatuweebwa constitution tulonde abakulembeze be twagala batukulembere. Embeera eyo ejjawo okukozesa amaanyi. So tusaba nti bannayuganda bajjumbirenga mu mirimu gino, mu activities z'ebyokulonda, beewandiise basomesebwe buli bwe babuulira omusomo ogukwata ku byokulonda basobole okutegeera biki ebigenda mu maaso. Ekyo kyokka kye kigenda okuggyawo okulwana kwe tuzenga nga tulaba. Oluusi abantu balowooza nti balina okukozesa amaanyi agasinga ku kutiikinga wali mu box, nga baagala bakozese n'amaanyi ag'ekifuba, naye ng'ate okulonda kwajja kuggyawo ebyo. Tetulina kukozesa maanyi mangi, tulina kugenda wali ne tulonda gwe twagala era nga bwe tulabye wano eno be balonze naffe be tulangiridde. so tusuubira tugenda kubeera n'emirembe wano nga n'akalulu kano kaweddewo, abantu babeere bulungi, baddeyo mu mirimu gyabwe kubanga ebyokulonda biwedde. Kazi tubeere mu mirimu emirala, tulinde ba leaders baffe be tulonze balayire ate era batuweereze ebyo byonna bye batusuubiza. Kati Mbale district tulina polling stations 308 ne tubeera n'emiruka 9. Kati kulonda kuno katugambe sub county councillors abali direct elected councillors bali 9, then sub county women councillors bali 98. Kati okwo kwoteeka ne ba special interest group councillors 6 buli gombolola. Kati bebo betubaddeko saawa eno, naye kati kulangirira kuno tubadde n'ebifo 205 betubadde tulangirira ku luno nga 4 be balonze nga 4 era betubadde tulangirira. Abataayinze tebakaanyiza kubanga babadde waliwo obululu obwafudde obubiri era nabwo ne bwogamba nti okole recount busobola okwenkana, omu n'atwalako kamu. So buli bwe bataayinga tucommunicating eri Electoral Commission ne bategeka okulonda okulala. Era bwe bali kutegeka tujja kubategeeza ba candidates awamu basobole okutegeeza n'abalonzi baabwe baddemu balonde. Kulayira kubanga balina kulayizibwa nga time y'okulayira etuuse okutandika nga 12 May 2026. Kubeerawo yadde tebiri common naye nga bibeerawo, waliwo era ne districts endala ezabadde za reportinze ties mu bululu buno obulala obuwedde, era nsuubira nti ne leero waliwo abalala bazifunye. Tezitera kubeerawo naye nga zibeerawo.